All set now with the starters of race number 1, sponsored by Deluxe French Fries. Field of 5 approaching top of the stretch. We've got Educated and Jill Barrio, Full Pardon and Al Jones, Speed Indeed and Mike Downey, Woodmere Penelope, Mark Haig from post 4, and from post 5 to the outside, Woodmere Star Lane. And driver Steve Mason, 5 across the gate, race 1. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Speed Indeed out for it. Full Pardon gets away racing in second. Then Woodmere Penelope gets away third. Inside Educated. Then the trailer Woodmere Star Lane around the paddock turn they go. On way to that opening 8th pole. And Full Pardon now comes out the leader. Then racing in the pocket trip second, that is Speed Indeed. Back 2 length gap to Educated. Back in third, Woodmere Star Lane has fourth, and Woodmere Penelope can see the field. On to that opening quarter they go, and Al Jones has Full Pardon as the post time favorite, and he's on the lead. That opening quarter, 32 and 2. Full Pardon. Then Speed Indeed still riding in the pocket second. Educated is racing in third. Woodmere Star Lane fourth, and still trailing is Woodmere Penelope. 3/8 of the mile complete now, and off the turn and through the stretch here they come, racing to the half-mile point, and the leader up front, Full Pardon. In second, Speed Indeed, Educated. Here comes Woodmere Penelope on the outside, driving up. First up now, third, Educated fourth, and Woodmere Star Lane will move from the back of the pack. The half in 1:04 and 3. They round the turn, and it's Full Pardon still on top. Speed Indeed holding second over Woodmere Penelope, then Woodmere Star Lane and Educated. About 4 lengths separate the field as they straighten into the backstretch for the second and final time. Full Pardon leading. Outside Woodmere Penelope second, Speed Indeed third. Woodmere Star Lane still fourth, and Educated trails fifth, 3/4, and Al Jones still has Full Pardon on the lead, 3/4, 1:37 and 3. He's trying a coast-to-coast trip here, and he's on top. Outside Woodmere Penelope, inside the Speed Indeed. Here comes Woodmere Star Lane, and Mason tips her out 3 wide, and Educated tips out 4 wide for the drive. Down in deep stretch they come. Woodmere Penelope has gained the lead. Woodmere Penelope, Full Pardon, Speed Indeed, and the Haggler gets the job done with Woodmere Penelope winning the first race over Full Pardon, Speed Indeed, then Educated, and Woodmere Star Lane. And the mile, 2:08 and 3, Woodmere Penelope and Mark Haig. And we parade back now the winner of race number 1, sponsored by Deluxe French Fries. Number 4, Woodmere Penelope. 4-year-old daughter of Nuclear Terror out of Some Nice Friday, she by Willow Bird. Owned, trained, and driven by Mark Haig of Chance Harbor. Woodmere Penelope picks up her second lifetime win, and it's a new lifetime best, 2:08 and 3 over the muddy track conditions. Again, Woodmere Penelope taking a new lifetime mark for Mark Haig. Owner, trainer, driver. He scores with the mare. New record, 2:08 and 3. Moving in now with Cambo Time, Doug Falcons Jr. The 2, Olympic Air and Jill Barrio. 3 is Goddess Sabra, Mike Stevenson. 4 is Awesome Guy, Charlie Price. From 5 is Black Snaker and Mike Downey. 6 is Milton Todd Trites. 7, Avery's Fantasy, Dwayne McCachran. Outside 8, Border Town Armor, Mark Haig. 8 starters. This is the second event of the afternoon, and here they come. They're off and pacing, no surprise. Goddess Sabra will go out for the early lead, and she'll grab it into the turn. Then racing second along the inside, Cambo Time. Outside is Milt. Then Olympic Air gets away racing in fourth. Awesome Guy is back fifth, and it's Black Snaker. Back to Avery's Fantasy, and trailing the field, Border Town Armor and Goddess Sabra. And Stevenson on a front-end mission here. As you can see, she's on top by a good 3 lengths to that opening quarter. It's Goddess Sabra, and she is there. Racing second, Cambo Time, 29 and 2 over the track. rated a couple of seconds off. And your leader is Goddess Sabra. Then Cambo Time following it up in second. Milt is gapped out third. Olympic Air still sits in from fourth. We've got movement now. Here comes Awesome Guy. He's getting set to move from fifth and is back to the three trailers, and they are Black Snaker. Outside moving, here comes Avery's Fantasy and Border Town Armor. Still trails halfway home, and Goddess Sabra in control of her own destiny. A pretty quick half, though, a minute and 1/5 over that half. And it's Goddess Sabra. Stevenson kicks out the plugs, and she's on top, leading by 3 still. Cambo Time is racing second, inside third is Milt, outside fourth. Awesome Guy with some pace. Then racing on from fifth, that'll be Olympic Air onto the 3/4, and Goddess Sabra still on top, but they're closing in on her a bit as Awesome Guy. He can throw in a nice last quarter, and Price gets him to second now. 3/4, 1:33. That quarter in 32 and 3, and it's Goddess Sabra. Stevenson trying to get her home. Then Awesome Guy second, Olympic Air third. Racing fourth, Cambo Time. Then it's Milt and Black Snaker. Less than an eighth to go. Goddess Sabra, she's the one to catch. She's still in control. Awesome Guy is coming on late in the mile, and Milt. Goddess Sabra seems to have hit the wall and coming to the top now. Milt Trites with a patient drive and gets up to win it with Milt over Awesome Guy, and Goddess Sabra tired and finished third in the time for the mile in the second. 2:06 and 1. Braiding back to the winner circle, the winner of race number 2. In memory of Eldon Kirkpatrick, the winner number 6, Milt, son of Liz Ryan out of La Beauvière. She by Smooth Fella, owned by Paul Trites of Fredericton, trained by John C. Davies. Todd Trites in the driver's seat for the catch drive, and Milt scores his third win of the season and the mile in 2:06 and 1 over the off track. So congratulations to Milt from the John C. Davies stable, driver Todd Trites. And again, this race in memory of the late Eldon Kirkpatrick, and we'd like to welcome on hand members from the family of the late Eldon Kirkpatrick on hand with us for the cooler presentation of Milt Aaron race 2. Starters moving in for the third. Field of 6 with the scratch of 4, Cross Creek Cookie. Top of the stretch for the third, sponsored by the Marcel Barrio stable, Dr. Decimeter, Todd Trites, Bob's Birthday, Ricky Collins, 8 off the break, and Mike Stevenson. Cam's Man and Mike Downey, Familiar Face and Al Jones. And outside, post 6, Memories of Love, Doug Falcons Jr. Field of 6, race 3, here they come. They're off and pacing, and Bob's Birthday going out for a quick start. Going for it on the inside is Dr. Decimeter around that first turn, and Trites has Dr. Decimeter on the lead. Bob's Birthday on the outside, second, 8 off the break, got away racing in third. Then racing fourth, the close Cam's Man. Then they're gapped out, Familiar Face, a slow start, and trailing the field, Memories of Love, a bit rough there in the backfield as they race to the quarter, and Ricky Collins has Bob's Birthday up and on the lead now. By the time they reach the quarter, he's there, 30 and 1. That opening quarter, Bob's Birthday on a front end mission. On top, a length and a half. Dr. Decimeter now rides the pocket second, 8 off the break, sits in from third. Cam's Man fourth, gapped out, Familiar Face not with it so far tonight. He's back in fifth, and Memories of Love attempts to come around Familiar Face as they come through the stretch and race to the half, and they're closing in a bit now as the field starts to bunch up, and that'll flush 8 off the break off the cones past the half. And the leader still, though, is Bob's Birthday, the half, 101 and 4. Then Dr. Decimeter still sits in second. Outside, 8 off the break, first up third. Cam's Man has that perfect cover. Outside from fourth and fifth, Memories of Love and Familiar Face can see them all. On to the 3/4 they go. It's Bob's Birthday, 8 off the break, and Stevenson threatening on the outside and going for the top now. It's 8 off the break. He's cleared. Bob's Birthday. Then Cam's Man. 3/4, 1:33 and 2. It's 8 off the break. Out now by 2 and starting to pace away from them. 8 off the break. Bob's Birthday. Then Cam's Man has third as they have less than an eighth of a mile to go. And Stevenson looks to have another one in the bag here, and he's got 8 off the break. Out by about 3 in the home stretch. 8 off the break. Then some late pace. Bob's Birthday still for second. Cam's Man and Memories of Love coming on, but 8 off the break, winning easily. And for second was Bob's Birthday. Looked like maybe in the middle Cam's Man might have grabbed third. And the time for the mile, 2:03 and 3 for 8 off the break. Inner circle with his win here with 8 off the break. Catch driver Mike Stevenson drives 8 off the break. A 3-year-old fit for life son out of the Bee Gees Money Mare, Eris Mattis. Owned by Baxter Hurley of St. John. Steve Mahar, the trainer. Mike Stevenson picks up the catch drive on the 3-year-old gelding here this afternoon, and he wins 2:03 and 3. And despite the track conditions, 8 off the break. That's another new lifetime record set here this afternoon. So 8 off the break, 2:03 and 3. And again, the cooler being sponsored by the Marcel Barrio Stable. And also the winning owner will receive a hat, compliments of Mark's Work Warehouse. If Baxter can wrestle that away from Chelsea, he's got himself a hat. Compliments of Mark's Work Warehouse. Congratulations, Connections, 8 off the break. Stutters for the 4th race are at the gate, and the gate is moving. All set for race 4. Got a field of 6. Off the rail, Dude and Charlie Price. Friendly Fred and Mike Downey. Diamond Hard, Mark Haig. Bert and Todd Trites, Fairly Liss and Mike Stevenson. And from the outside 6, Power Pirate, Joe Barrio. 6 stutters. Here they come. They're off. Dude goes for out, takes the early lead. Bert on the outside getting away strong as they race into the turn, but the leader is Dude with that claim entered. He's on top, and Price taking him down the highway. He's on top by 2. Bert following along closely in second. Gapped out third. That's Friendly Fred. Then Diamond Hard sits back in 4th. Racing 5th at the cones is Fairly Liss, and Power Pirate takes a back seat, and he sits 6th as they race single file onto that opening quarter, and the leader is Dude up front. Leads a length and a half, 30 and 3 that opening quarter. In the pocket, second Bert. Then third still is Friendly Fred. Then Diamond Hard eyes a move to the outside, and Haig angles him off the cones from 4th, and that gives cover to Power Pirate. Powering up 5th to the outside, and Fairly Liss will now trail the field as they come off the turn through the stretch, racing to the half, and the leader up front is Dude. Diamond Hard on the outside, chasing hard second. Inside third, the Colt Bert caught in. Then Power Pirate outside 4th. Inside 5th, Friendly Fred, and trailing but on the outside, Fairly Liss. The half and 3 and 2, and they're 3 in and 3 out as they drive on to the 5/8 pole, and the leader up front still is Dude. He's on top. On the outside, Diamond Hard. Bert is right there looking for racing room 3rd. Then Power Pirate second over in 4th. 5th inside to Friendly Fred, and trailing Fairly Liss. 3/4 they go, and it's Dude's race to win or lose. He's had the lead every step of the way, and he's still there. 1:37 by the 3/4, and it's Dude. Outside, Diamond Hard still second. There goes Power Pirate. Barrio tips him 3 wide, and look at him go. And Power Pirate wings for the lead with an 1/8 to go, and Power Pirate has cleared already by a couple, and Fairly Liss is coming strong behind him. It's Power Pirate, Fairly Liss, with all kinds of pace, and Stevenson gets up for his second of the night, and he wins with Fairly Less Power Pirate. And the backfield getting this one, and third was Bert and Bert. So again, the backfield coming on to win this race, and Fairly Less gets up to win it, 2:08.2. Back to the winner's circle, the winner of race number 4, it's number 5, Fairly Less. Black Mare 5 by Liz Ryan out of Fairly Franny, she by Knightley Blue Chip. All by Barry McEachran of Tyne Valley, Prince Edward Island. Dwayne does the training, and Mike Stevenson picks up the catch drive, and that's Mike's second win on the program, and Fairly Less comes from the backfield to win it. 2:08.2. Fairly Less wins the race. Sponsored by Fredericton Raceway. Closely by the other mare in here, Drop the Dawn at $4.40. Longest shot right now, number 2, Katahdin Country. No tickets sold as they approach top of the stretch. Drop the Dawn and Mike Downey. Katahdin Country with Todd Trites. Drop the Gloves and Charlie Price. Country Cam and Jill Berrio outside. 5, Fastest Cam B. And Mark Haig, 5 across the gate. This is race 5 in memory of Ron Cipher. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and the two mares will be the two quickest off the gate. Country Cam going for it, then Drop the Dawn going with her on the inside as they make the first turn, and Country Cam will get the lead. Drop the Dawn will relinquish that lead and now race in the pocket. Trip second, gapped out third Katahdin Country, then Drop the Gloves got away racing in fourth. Fastest Cam B fifth as they race on up the back stretch, and they'll start to bunch up as Country Cam tries to get a bit of a breather there after sprinting to the front end, and she's by that opening quarter and even 30 seconds flat. And as mentioned, the backfield starting to catch up now as Berrio looks for a breather with Country Cam. In the pocket second is Drop the Dawn. Here comes Drop the Gloves first up, third on the outside, then racing fourth inside is Katahdin Country. Fastest Cam B moving fifth to the outside as they come through the stretch, racing to the half, a tightly contested field to the halfway point. Country Cam, Drop the Gloves, Park second over on the outside, then third inside. Drop the Dawn the half in 1:01.1. Then it's Katahdin Country back in fourth, and Fastest Cam B can't see them all fifth, but he's angled to the outside as they drive to the 5/8. Country Cam on a front end mission. She's on top by 2 lengths now with Drop the Dawn second. Drop the Gloves on the outside third. Fastest Cam B full of pace on the outside. He's tipping 3 wide for the Hagler, and he's all the way up to second now as they drive onto the 3/4, and they're by that marker 1:32, and that's off stride. Fastest Cam B on a break, and that leaves Country Cam out by about 8 lengths now. Drop the Gloves is racing second, then shaking loose Katahdin Country. An insurmountable lead though for Country Cam as they come off the turn this final 8th. It's all Country Cam in the Ron Cipher Memorial. Katahdin Country has some late pace but way too much racetrack, and Country Cam wins it going away. Katahdin Country, Fastest Cam B comes back on for third despite that break. The inquiry sign is up though, so hold all tickets. And the time for the mile, 2:04. Country Cam winning the Ron Cipher Memorial Pace. Back to the winner's circle, the winner of race 5 in memory of Ron Cipher. And the winner number 4, Country Cam, a black mare. She's 8 by This Cam's For You. Out of the Dallas Almahurst mare, Starlet Killeen. All by Ray Frazier of Moncton. Rosaire Berrio trains. Jill Berrio in the driver's seat. And for Country Cam, it's her third win from 18 starts, and she wins 2:04 over the off track. And we'd like to welcome the family of the late Ron Cipher on hand to help present the winning cooler to the 5th race winner named in memory of Ron Cipher. So again, we'd like to thank the family and friends for being on hand of the late Ron Cipher, and this race is in his honor. And the win goes to Country Cam and Jill Berrio, winning over the off-track 2:04. Starters moving in for race 6, full field of 8. Lorraine Haig Memorial, sponsored by Abrick Auto Brokers, Eyes on You and Sam Hodgen. Obi Viking and Todd Trites. Cooking Biscuits, Steve Mason. Mercurial and Jill Berrio. Rapid Cane, Tim Merzetti, Olympic Odyssey, Mark Haig. Night Stalker and Mike Downey and Gaze Upon a Star. Mike Stevenson, 8 across the gate, the 6th race. Here they come. They're off, and Obi Viking going out for it. Rapid Cane on the outside. Inside, Eyes on You gets away well from the inside post as they race around the turn. Obi Viking, he likes the front end, and he's there for Trites on the outside. Rapid Cane, park second. Eyes on You is racing in third. Then racing fourth, Cooking Biscuits. Fifth on the inside to Mercurial. Then they're gapped out to Olympic Odyssey, Night Stalker, and Gaze Upon a Star. Trails the field. Onto that opening quarter they go, and the leader up front, Obi Viking. Rapid Cane has found a spot at the pylons now, 30 and 3 that opening quarter. Obi Viking racing second in the pocket. Rapid Cane, Eyes on You third. There goes Cooking Biscuits to the outside fourth. That'll give cover to Mercurial, moving from fifth. Then Night Stalker locked in the box sixth. Outside seventh, Olympic Odyssey, and trailing the field, Gaze Upon a Star. Through the stretch to the half, Obi Viking. He's a slight post-time favorite, and he's on top a length and a half. In second, Rapid Cane. Third to Cooking Biscuits. Fourth, on the inside is Eyes on You, a half of 103 for Obi Viking as they round the paddock turn. Obi Viking on a front end mission. He's on top. Then Cooking Biscuits on the outside. Rapid Cane got in early in the race, but he's boxed in now third. Outside Mercurial to fourth. Inside Eyes on You fifth. Then Olympic Odyssey moving from the backfield. Then it's Night Stalker and trailing Gaze Upon a Star. And it's still anybody's horse race, but Obi Viking still 3 parts of a length the best. 3 quarters, 135 and 1, a 32 and 1 third quarter, and Obi Viking looks to have things in control. He's on top. Then second on the outside, Cooking Biscuits. Rapid Cane, no room for him yet. An eighth of a mile. It's Obi Viking. Obi Viking, Cooking Biscuits. Rapid Cane starts to get out a little bit through the stretch, but it's too late. Obi Viking's going to win it. Obi Viking. Rapid Cane, then Cooking Biscuits. Back to Mercurial, who rounds out the top 4. And the time for the mile, 2:04 and 2, the winner, Obi Viking. Bringing back to the winner's circle, winner of race number 6, sponsored by Abrick Auto Brokers in memory of Lorraine Haig, and the winner, number 2, Obi Viking. 5-year-old son of Keystone Raider, out of Debbie Spartan, she by RKP. Owned by Mike Clinton, Joe Mott, Scott Hubbard, Earl Fram, the winning trainer, with driver Todd Trites in the bike. Tonight, Obi Viking picks up his 6th win and his 2nd straight, winning with ease. 2:04 and 2 back last quarter in 29 and 1. So again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Abrick Auto Brokers, as we welcome back to the winner's circle the family and friends of the late Lorraine Haig, including sons Gary and Mark in the winner's circle, to help present the winning cooler and the purple colors to number 2, Obi Viking, and driver Todd Trites. So again, a big thank you to the sponsors who sponsored the cooler of the 6th race, Abrick Auto Brokers. Top of the stretch now for race 7, Kirby White Memorial Pace. Twilight Charm and Mike Downey. Shop, Drop, and Roll and Todd Trites. Rackland Fine Line, Jill Berrio, Bert and Ernie, Mike Stevenson. Woodmere, Sonic Boom, and Steve Mason. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Shop, Drop, and Roll, getting off the gate and will grab the top early with Twilight Charm. Getting away in second, Rackland Fine Line third. Then Burton Ernie gets away racing fourth, and Woodmere Sonic Boom trails the field fifth as they race on by the eighth pole and on up the backstretch. They race to that opening quarter pole, and Trites a shop, drop, and roll on the front end. He's on top a length and a quarter. Twilight Charm rides the pocket second. Rackland Fine Line under a tight line in third. Burton Ernie follows it up fourth. Woodmere Sonic Boom trails fifth, 32-3. That opening quarter, and your leader up front, Shop, Drop, and Roll. Twilight Charm, and that'll bring Rackland Fine Line out of the 3-hole, and he'll be first up to challenge. Then racing fourth on the outside moving. Here comes Burton Ernie off the turn. Through the stretch to the half, Shop, Drop, and Roll. Rackland Fine Line on the outside going for it, but Trites, after that slow quarter, is going to take them, and they're racing head-to-head by the opening half. They were by the half in 3 and 4, 31-1 in that second quarter, and Rackland Fine Line tries to clear, but Shop, Drop, and Roll, and Trites on the inside, taking them as they go on up the backstretch. These two fighting tooth and nail on up the backstretch. They drive to the 3/4, and it's on the outside. Rackland Fine Line, Shop, Drop, and Roll, and Rockin' Todd trying to fight back second. Woodmere Sonic Boom, the 3-year-old colt, he is in gear and making up mine. 3/4, 1:33-3. Cutthroat third, 32nd quarter, 29-4 in that third quarter over the slop, and they're neck and neck for the top. Shop, Drop, and Roll back on top again. Rackland Fine Line trying to wear them down in the stretch. Shop, Drop, and Roll. Rackland Fine Line. Woodmere Sonic Boom. Rackland Fine Line. What an effort after that first up trip, and Rackland Fine Line wins it over Shop, Drop, and Roll. And for third, Woodmere Sonic Boom. And the time for the mile, 2:04-1. Back to the winner's circle. We welcome the winner of race 7. The Kirby White Memorial goes to number 3, Rackland Fine Line, a son of Gothic Dream out of Cam's Fine Line. She by the great Cam Fella. Owned by the Ultimate Stable of Dieppe, trained and driven by Gilles Barriot, and for Rackland Fine Line. He wins his 6th of the season over the off-track, 2:04-1, including a back half of 1:01 and change. So again, Rackland Fine Line. First up trip, and he battles it out and wins it in 2:04-1. And we'd like to welcome on hand friends and family of the late Kirby White on hand, and the winner's circle to help present the winning cooler to the winner of race number 7, Rackland Fine Line, Gilles Barriot for the Ultimate Stable. Time the mile, 2:04-1/5. The veteran off the cones for Todd Trites. Arcane Agent from post 2, Mark Haig. From 3, Allegro Ellie, Doug Queen. Hander off Bluegrass, scores 4, Sam Hodgen. Elm Grove Diamond from 5, and Al Jones. PG, Paul Boy, and Mike Downey from 6. Finally Laughing, Gilles Barriot from 7. And 8, Precious Katera, Mike Stevenson from post 8. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Trites going out for another one here, and he's got the lead early with 4 men only, and he's got the lead around the turn with the veteran pacer on top by a length and a half already as he around that turn. Then getting away second, Arcane Agent. Back in third on the outside, no room is PJ Polyboy, forced to go on and is now second. Racing third on the inside and filling the hole is Arcane Agent. Racing back fourth, Allegro Ellie, then it's Ender off Bluegrass. Finally Laughing on the outside, moving up from 6. He's a post-time favorite. Then the 2 trailers at the back of the pack as they make their way to that, or past that opening quarter rather, after a quarter of 31. That's Precious Katera in 7th, and Elm Grove Diamond not finding his footing over this track, and he trails the field. 3/8 of the mile complete, and off the turn through the stretch, racing to the half-mile point, 4 men only. PJ Polyboy getting her offed up and parked second, then racing third on the inside, Arcane Agent. Finally Laughing is spotted perfect. Second over trip in fourth, the half, 103 and 1. It's 4 men only, taking them around the paddock turn. 4 men only. Outside driving hard, second still, PJ Polyboy. Inside looking for racing room, Arcane Agent. Finally Laughing, waiting to tip 3 wide, and there he goes from third, and he's going on, but the veteran 4 men only, showing the class he is, and he's still on top, 3/4 bound, 4 men only, Finally Laughing on the outside, a bit rough there, and Barrio takes him in hand, 3/4 in 136 and 1, 4 men only, Finally Laughing on the outside second, then third, Ender off Bluegrass, she's closing the gap up nicely, and she can finish strong, less than an eighth of a mile to go, 4 men only, can he get his 55th career win, but Finally Laughing on the outside, and Barrio just trying to hold him together, but he's grabbed the top in the lane, Finally Laughing, and Barrio gets the last laugh here, and he wins it over 4 men only, and for third, Ender off Bluegrass, and the time for the mile, 2:06 and 2 of race number 8. Sponsored by ADT Security Services. The winner of race 8, number 7, Finally Laughing, a 4-year-old son of Di Laughing out of Carolina Blue Chip. She by Cam Fella. Owned by Mike Clinton, giving Mike his second win on the program. And Earl Fram his second winning credit of the day. And Finally Laughing gets the job done here. Final quarter, 30 and 1. Through the slop, the mile 2:06 and 2. Again, we'd like to thank the sponsors, ADT Security Services, and we'd like to thank, in the winner's circle on hand for the presentation, Bill Shea from ADT. So again, a big thank you to ADT, the sponsors of the 8th and final race, going to Finally Laughing, winning for Gilles Barrio, 2:06 and 2.